Hello everyone, welcome to the Bitcoin video update for today. It is Monday, March 23rd, 2020, and it's about noon Eastern Standard Time. I want to take a look at Bitcoin, of course, but before I get into it, of course, this is not financial advice and not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I am just giving my opinion on the market. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the charts and take a look and see what we've got going on here. All right, so first off, I have modified my count. And if you're insured, you know that I have a little bit more of a detailed count out there for you. But let's just kind of take a look and cover what I'm looking at here. So basically, what I think we have, I think we actually do have a bit of a bottom down here on Bitcoin here at 3,600. I don't want to see us get anywhere near that. Honestly, I don't even want us to see us violate this low back here on 4,400. I don't want to see us get anywhere near that either. I do think that we are going to come back down here to the 5,400 level. I think it's going to take some time to get there, though. I think it's going to be time. I think it's going to take some time to get there. And a couple things that I see here in the charts is, a little bit of a sign of strength, and we saw that sign of strength. Let me go ahead and zoom in just a little bit here and take a look at this. The sign of strength that I'm seeing is right here in this area right there. Let me highlight that a little bit differently here for that to be a little easier for you to see. A little bit of strength there. And what that caused us to do a little bit of a support and resistance flip. And we saw that happen right here. This level is going to be important for us to hold. And that level is about 5,600. So we were talking about 5,600 being a strong overhead resistance. We broke through that. We retested it. We tested again, but we didn't quite get down to that level. We got a little bit of a front run there, and then we've seen a little bit of a follow through. Now, to be fair, we did have a decent amount of rejection there. We're still trading right around 6,200, which is not bad, not bad. But we did have a little bit of rejection. So let's just take a look. If we measure the bottom here of this wave 2 to the top of this wave 3, let's just see if there's any technical probability that we have created a bit of a bottom there. All right, so we've got the 382 sitting here at about 58.30. We have the 50, which is sitting down here at about 55.22. So still it's possible that we do come back down here, because if this was an ABC and then we do an ABC, come back down here to this 5,500 level, this would be a dip for buying, in my opinion. The only thing that has me concerned is our 3-hour stochastic. And that 3-hour stochastic, and I'm not sure if it's going to highlight this, here it is right there, that 3-hour stochastic has crossed up. So I do have to have a little bit of a bullish bias, at least in the short term, for us to potentially come all the way up here to this 7,700 level. It's higher than what I originally anticipated. Originally, I anticipated that we would probably cap off here on 7,300. But based on this activity, I'm taking a look at this as potentially a move up to 7,700. So let's just take a look from a market geometry standpoint here for just a moment. Let's take a look at this. Let me remove this fib pull. I'm going to remove this fib pull also. I'm going to still keep this level down here, which is at 3,600. This level up here, which is at 10,584, which was our recent dominant low and our dominant high. This was the high of that entire move back in January and early February. That was our high. So we're keeping an eye on that as well. So from a market geometry standpoint, we've got a low here, we've got a low here, and a continuation, we've got continued lows. And so this is the only thing that I have to say is important for bears. Okay, the fact that we have had support, 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 and then we fell through, we had a decent test of that trend line. So this, in my opinion, would be a case for the bears that we have now taken this channel line and we have flipped this as resistance. Okay, so Yeah, likely we are going to be moving ourselves sideways, but if you continue this trend line, there will be a point where we're going to potentially hit it again, and that'll be resistance. So this trend line, in my opinion, is a short-term trend line. I do think that we are going to confirm this as resistance. This is going to probably work itself out, likely making ourselves come back up here to about 7,000 or so. Again, we're going to have to wait and see. But if we get back up above this trend line, then this was essentially a trap. This was a bear trap, potentially. I say potentially because very very possible that we do see this as resistance, but I do think that we're probably going to move sideways here and work our way work ourselves back up to potentially it could stop here at the 7,300 level. I think it probably will work itself a little bit higher, maybe to 7,800. I would be careful buying shorts. We do have a bearish cross here on the 12-hour, but we're seeing ourselves curve back up a bit here as well. So, so my count right now does have us coming up to this 74 to 7,800 range, looking left as I do always try to to talk about on the Discord server. Looking left, we have this level right here, which is something to pay attention to, and that's sitting right there at 76.50. And right above that, we have the top of this, which is sitting at about 8,100. So we've got a good range here to pay attention to. The median is right there at 78. So at the median is 78. The top of this leading diagonal on this one wave to then potentially come back down here. And I think that we probably will come back down to about 5,400. I'm not so sure we're going to get an entry below 5,000 anytime soon. If we do, that dip is for buying. Absolutely, that dip is for buying. But this is what I'm seeing right now. I see a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and then we're going to be moving in for the 5. And maybe the 5 happens before the end of March. I tend to think that this 5 wave is really going to happen sometime even into April. So so this sideways move here on this wave 4, this could work itself and take a little bit more time to work out. And we could get a dip back down here to this 5,500 level. And if we do, again, that dip is going to be for buying. So this wave 4 may not come out until, here closer to the end of March. And then this could potentially, again, work itself out here and to be sometime in the middle of April before this is complete. But do not make any mistake that we are going to come back down to this 5,400 level again. I do believe that that is going to happen. We're going to finish this leading diagonal, create our wave 1. We're going to come down here for the 2, and then we're going to be, in my opinion, we're going to be full bull again. It's going to happen. But I do think that we are going to come back down. If you're willing to play the wave and you're willing to play with low leverage, I would say that probably, low leverage is, it's okay to be playing here in this level. Your stop losses, definitely put those somewhere in the mid 5100s, and then be looking to get out of that somewhere in the 7,800 level. Take profit along the way, but I do think that you're going to get a chance to get back in down here at the 5,400 level again. And I do think that we are going to be seeing some significant upside for Bitcoin. But let me go back down to the hourly chart and let's just talk about our waves indicator, which we talk about all the time. So the waves indicator, we've got, a bottom here where we had the 1 hour, the 3 hour, and the 12 hour, significant bottom there based on this level right here. We even had some bullish divergence. Then back here, we had another bottom. The 12 hour was working itself up. We had the 1 hour and the 3 hour, both in oversold conditions right here. And we are not going to see the 1 hour and the 3 hour have confluence with each other anytime soon. The best bet that you had was to buy down here. If you didn't buy already, I would just be careful, exercise caution. Even though I do see some significant upside, I think we could potentially still work our way back down here. Spot buys are okay. Leverage trading is dangerous. because we can easily have a wild swing to the downside. The hourly does look like it's starting to get into overbought territory. The 3 hour is still okay. 3 hour is still okay. The 12 hour, meh. The 12 hour looks like it wants to cross bullish again. Again, we did have the bearish cross right here. Let me just clean this up real quick. All right, so we had a bearish cross right here on the 12 hour, but it does look like things do want to cross bullish again, so that could potentially happen. Just be careful with that. Again, spot buys at this price is the safest. So just be careful with that, and keep an eye on the waves indicator. Again, my long-term outlook on Bitcoin, being a bull for the first time in a long time. I think that we're going to see some significant and complex moves to the upside. So that's my view on Bitcoin right now. So I did want to keep it rather short, kept it to about 10-11 minutes right now. So hopefully that did help you at least a little bit. And again, if you do have any questions or anything, feel free to pop in the Discord and ask away. I'll do my best to answer the questions that you've got. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And wherever you are in the world, of course, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, good evening. Stay happy, stay healthy.